What's going on, Taka fam? So, sneak peek weekend. Here's some Quinn combos that I've been excited to show you guys. So, I'll preface this by saying, Quinn, she's a really good card. I don't think she's any more than a one of. She doesn't do anything by herself. So, here's some combos that I came up with where she's using other cards. Most of them are 2-card combos, and I have a couple 3-card combos. So, let's get into it. So, we're going to start with the first combo, which is Quinn plus any Bystial. So first, we're going to summon Quinn. We're going to activate Quinn's effect. We're going to sing Cartesia. Then, well, not for this combo specifically, but instead, we'll actually send Mercarier. That's why we needed the Bystial. Because now we can go activate the Bystial to banish the Mercarier. And then we activate Mercarier. So Mercarier is going to search. Then we're going to synchro summon into this Potter. So now we can use this Potter if we want to bring this out to special it. Or we can do this. We can use this to get a random draw. So typically with this combo, this always gives you a Bystial that you can use, aka himself, and you also get a draw. So this is just off of nothing else. And you obviously could still special summon this. And if you need to negate, you could shuffle back in other players' banish this to destroy a card or their card to negate a card. So that was the first combo for you. So it was pretty quick. The second combo is going to be Quinn plus a Bystial and a Branded Spiller Trap. So our boy Druid's Worm. And then we're just going to use High Spirits for just a random Branded Spiller Trap. It doesn't really matter. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to normal summon Quinn, use her effect. We're still going to send Mercarier. Then we're going to activate the Bystial to banish. And now what we do is activate the Mercarier. So now we search Strata Dragon again. Now this is where it comes in handy. We activate, send for cost, special summon. So we're going to special summon this from hand. So now this is Albaz on the field, and you have Quinn, and you have the Druid's Worm. So now what you do, you contact fuse. You make Alba Lunatus, if I could find my Alba. And now you go for a Synchro 12. So now you have Lulu, just off nothing else. Lulu, and then like any fusion card during the end phase. So you just summon Lulu, and then you search this during the end phase. It's pretty good. All right, so we got another combo. We have a total of 6 combos, so bear with me. So now, here's where the combos get kind of crazier. So now we got Quinn plus an Nadir Servant. So now what we can do, we can go Quinn, activate effect. So what do we want to send here? Because we're going to want to search Albaz off the Nadir Servant. So what we're going to do is send, I guess we will just send the Cartesia here. And then we activate Nadir Servant. So Nadir Servant, you can send anything. You can send up anything for like a follow-up. And then you search Albaz. So now you got Albaz in your hand. So now this would trigger effect. We're going to target Quinn. Well, I mean, we're going to use Quinn to target Cartesia. So now you have a play during your opponent's turn, and now you have the whole High Spirits red combo. So now what we're going to do, since we can't go to the extra deck, we're going to go in phase. Effect. We're on special kit. Activate kit's effect. We're going to search. If we have another random card in hand, then we just put the random card back if we want. And then we go do the same thing with the high spirits. We reveal Albaz. We're going to send Albion. And then we could search Mercurier. So now we have Mercurier in hand. And then we activate effect. And now we just set the red. So now you still have the same play. You have multiple fusions that you can do. You have a Sanctifier play during your opponent's turn. And I'll show you that real fast. So what you can do is during your turn, they make any sort of play if you want. So you activate to fuse her off, to make Grand Guignol. So we go Grand Guignol, Chainlink 1, Quinn, Chainlink 2. So the red's still set, Chainlink 2, and we're going to target the kit. So now we send the puppet if we want. So you can send the puppet to the grave with the Grand Guignol, and now you can activate Kit's effect. So Kit could get any of these back, or if you don't have it, you can search something like Fusion. So we're going to add Fusion, then put a random card back. It could be one of these, but you can always put back the same card that you search. Or if you want to get some resources back from the graveyard, like even though this comes back, say this was something else, you could have used that, added it back, and then put it back with Kit. And now on res, what you could do is activate target Albaz, add back. So now what you do, you fuse these off. And now you make Sanctifier. So now you got the puppet lock just off of that. And now you could just use this to give them the puppet, and then you can give yourself something like Cartesia, because that's what you had left in grave. So even if you have no other plays to like get to a puppet lock, you can always still puppet lock your opponent. Multiple ways. So next combo, we're going to do the Quinn and Cartesia combo. So the Cartesia will be in your hand. Same thing as before. This time it's going to be a little different with some of the play strings. So now you go normal summon Quinn, use her effect. This time we're going to send Albaz. Now because we open Cartesia, we can go activate to special because we have Albaz in grave. And now we can activate effect. We could fuse these off. Make the Dust Dragon. And then Dust Dragon could send anything that you need. Since you have no other cards, we're just going to say that we could send Albion. And then you can go Albion effect during end phase. You can resolve Albion first if you want. So you can set red. So now you have a play during their turn. And then activate Cartesia to add herself back to hand. So at minimum, with this play, you still have a Chimera. At the least, if you just open nothing else and that's all you had. And there's another couple ways that you could do it. If you had other cards in hand, the combos go a little bit further. But this is the simplest combo to get you to at least having some sort of play during their turn. If you just have nothing else, you just have these two. So now the combo will be Nadir Servant with the Quinn and a random card. So first off, once again, you go effect, you can send anything. So what do we want to send here? We could send Cartesia again if you want. So now we go Nadir Servant. Just if we only have these cards and nothing else to function with, so we're going to do this. We're going to Nadir Servant. So now we got to think, what kind of follow-up do we want? Because we didn't have the greatest hand. So if you want to send Lulu so that you can summon a Quinn or Cartesia or something like that from your deck, you can. But I would probably send Sprint, and then we go add Albaz. Since she's also a Despia card, you can also still search her off in the Nadir Servant as well. And then now, because a monster left the extra deck, you go activate Quinn target Cartesia, special summon. You have a random card. And now you can go to end phase. You can go sprint, summon kit effect. So we're going to end up searching probably something like, I don't know, fusion. You could search fusion and you could put something back. So the random card you just put back, we're going to say it was high spirits in that scenario. Or you can put back the Albaz if you want. So since you have the random card, we're going to end up putting back fusion. Because if we want to search that and do the red combo with this, so we're going to do the same thing, do the red combo. And then we're going to search the Mercarier. And then we're going to set red from our deck. Boom. Pretty quick, pretty simple. A lot of the combos, they can look the same. There's so many routes that you can go with it. That's it for that combo. Now, we got one last combo here. I call this one the broken combo because it's just the best card in our deck. So this is combo 0. This could end on quite a few things, actually. So this right here can end on a Merkin hand, a red set, a Jade plus a Sanctifier Puppet Lock. Which was the same play as what I showed you earlier. So now we go Quinn. Quinn, we're going to send Cartesia if we would like. You can send Cartesia here. Now we activate BF. So what we can do, obviously we send Albaz. And we could send any light or dark monster if we want. We could send something like Mercarier if you like here. If you want to make the Rembrandt. That's only if you want to have like a Rembrandt play during their turn. So I'll show you that real fast. And then now we activate Quinn target Cartesia, special summon. And now we could still just fuse these off to make the Grand Guignol. And then this could send the puppet if you want the puppet play. And then now you have the play during the end phase where you can add Cartesia back. So during their turn, you could fuse into pretty much anything here. And if a card does leave the extra deck, you can always use her effect to bring back the Albaz or anything. But that was like the weakest part of that combo with Branded Fusion. So what we can do here, we can go, once again, you can use Quinn if you want to start that way. So what should Quinn send this time? You could send something like Kit. And then we go activate Branded Fusion. Send. So now we make Albion. So we got two things that we can do here. We can go Albion's effect, obviously, and Quinn. They're both going to trigger. So these are the three targets that we can bring back. So depends on what you want to do. If you want to get a red or something set up, you can just bring back the Cartesia because you're going to use her to fuse this off. So in this situation, we will do that. And you could also save the Kit for their turn. Or you can do, if you had an extra card in hand, you would just do the Kit so that you could put back the extra card to still do the same play. So you go Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. So you go Banish. And we summon Rembrandt. And then we activate Cartesia. We fuse these two off. We make the Grand Guignol. And then we activate effect. We send the puppet. And then we can do the same thing. Go to end phase. We can either add this to hand if we want, because we're going to puppet lock them anyway. So we're going to go add back to hand, and then we're going to activate Albion, and we can set Expulsion. But if we decided to keep Albaz engraved, then we could have went to red, but it is better to set this in this situation because you have this. So during their turn, if you want to start the turn with using expulsion, you target the puppet, and you could target the Albaz. The kit is still banished, so keep that in mind. So during their turn, you give them the puppet. You activate Albaz's effect, discarding the Cartesia that you added back because it was free. Then you fuse these two off. So you could make Brigand to make yourself untargetable. That's one of the easiest plays that you can make, or you could bring out Sprint. And since you brought out Sprint, you can activate Cartesia. Well, basically Cartesia, but we'll activate Quinn to target Cartesia to add back. And now we have another fusion during their turn as well. So what we can do here, if we want, we go Cartesia to fuse. This is where the second one always comes up. You make a Grand Guignol. And then you could use this effect to send again. And you can send from extra deck, main deck, it doesn't matter. We can just send something like this. So we go Chainlink 1 to send. And then obviously during their turn, if we want it, we can do Chainlink 2 to bring out any of these guys that we need. So yeah, that's why I call it the broken combo, because you get so much advantage. And you pretty much can do whichever thing that you want to do during their turn. Depends on what you want to set up and how much disruption you would like to set up. But I'd like to take a moment to thank you guys for, rocking with me. We hit over 100 subscribers. I appreciate all of y'all's support. If you guys still like this kind of content, continue to be subscribed, leave me a like, give me a comment. I do read you guys' feedback. We can discuss so we can all get better with the stack and in the game in general. And you can share this with your friends. All right. Peace.